Alright, welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode 526. We are here reviewing episodes 30 to 33 of Lupinranger versus Patranger. Before I get started with these particular episodes, I am officially on break from this particular series, which means now I can officially be reviewing basically I'm going through like all the episodes released dubbed, but I'm only going to review the last I think it's like 4 episodes released up, 4 or 5. First 13 I'm just going to watch them, but I'm not going to review them because I've already seen them already. I just want to get them out of the way so I can use the dub for this one. So with these 4 episodes in particular, well, we get a lot more Lupin collection pieces. This one we get some more experimental stuff here. So so basically here's kind of what happens over the course of these 4 episodes. Yes, 4 episodes for this show. So, oh, that's going to talk about. My mouse does this thing where it just, at times, basically, it will work and then it will not work. So, in episode 30, we get a brand new. The plot of this one is simply this: where Kari and Ketro are on vacation. Well, Ketro basically is on a cover fake paid vacation because all the work he's done. So he's basically kind of going on this paid vacation to this hot spring, and these two kind of hang out for a while. Meanwhile, though, there is this skunk. Yes, a skunk that apparently has just been, like, just seen, not doing anything. It's actually, he's been stinking out the place to basically blow a bunch of buildings, which he eventually does when he goes giant size, because whenever you remove his Lupin piece, it is basically this cup. I'm not sure, it just feels like something random. They just pulled out of the hat and put out the fire. They use basically this fire truck known as Trigger Machine Splash, which they mentioned in the episode that Lupin himself had given the piece to a woman he'd fallen for. And then he lost it. Yep. And, well, I'll get to basically the Lupin pieces soon, because there's a lot of really big ones here. Well, starting with the Keisatsu, where basically we have where this Gangler wants to turn himself in. And he acts like a good person until they remove his Lupin piece, which turns out to be, I kid you not, the Deca Ranger Morpher. Yes, just they added some stuff to it, but yeah, it's Deca Ranger Morpher, and it's like a police badge. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And also in this episode, they had also this is not the only Lupin piece to take. They also take, believe it or not, I kid you not, what happens here. They apparently got their hands on an Patranger Morpher. Yes, we got 2 Chargers in this episode, which I thought that was really cool. Oh yeah, the whole thing was a ploy because to go as Yoshi. And also, Noelle doesn't like the fact that you have this Gangler just decided to surrender. And you probably think, was there any other Lupin pieces taking this one? Well, when they beat him, we have this experimental monster, which, little weird fun fact, this is actually one of 2 monsters from this show to ever appear in Power Rangers. You're like, what? Yeah. Yeah, the experimental body appears as one of these minor monsters. Yeah, minor monster number 6. How the heck they got the hands in the suit? Well, apparently, from what I've heard, that Toei just gave them the suit because they were cleaning out their warehouse. Yeah, this is one of 2 they gave it before. Yep, and this is one that's got 5 Lupin pieces. One of whom just happens to be the Patranger Morpher. You're like, what? Yeah, the Patranger Morpher. Of course, there's also a subplot, like in episode 32, because they can't exactly open one safe. They have to open all 5 at once. So, Noelle challenges Kaitou to a duel, which, shown in flashback, he allowed him to win because they want to eliminate this monster. So you have all 7 Rangers team up here, and also we do get a chance to see their mech once again, the combined, 7-person mech once again, where first floor is the 2 reds and Noelle, floor 2 is pink and yellow, pink and green, and of course the bottom one is the blue and yellow. Which I thought was really cool for this one. And by the way, aside from the Patranger Morpher here, we also have, get this, even though it's painted for color, there's this one here where they say this device, oh, this is Goody Striker's natural enemy, a repainted Gokaiger Morpher. Yes, we also see a shadow phone, yep, where it's painted over. Yep, it is painted over here. We also see a Goranger one and a Bokenger one. You're like, really? I really wish it stopped doing it. I had to keep that constantly if I want to move my mouse. Oh yeah. And then of course basically you just have the 3 main Lupin Rangers, Noelle and Kaitou, just removing all 5 pieces. Okay, here we go. So alright, so they also retrieved a dagger that, okay, they've seen this in 27, I forgot to mention this too, what this dagger is, I had to look at it. Yeah, basically what this thing is, it's a repainted Dragon Morpher from Zyuranger, yep. The one from 32, and I'm not sure what this one's supposed to be. It could be a villain one, I'm not sure. Okay, for 32. Okay, so aside from the Gokaiger one, so the Wake Me Up one, that's actually from Shurikenger. The Crossroads is, well, obviously it's a repainted Goranger Morpher. Yep, painted gold. And a blue Morpher, it's not blue, a purple one, which is repainted Bokenger one. You're like, really? Yeah, and the Patranger one? Yeah, it's painted red. Though they actually have it where part of the device is completely open, including the part where they morph. Yeah, and they just painted red and painted the buttons green. Oh, and 32, it is a tire. Because the plot of that one was trying to turn the Rangers into kids. And, well, they also had it where Tetsuya, the one who's pink, where she's very close to Kaori in this one. Probably the second instance these two are close to each other. And I still had this theory about these two characters, is that she has a thing for Kaori. Just like how Sequoia has a thing for Ukumo. Does it go anywhere? We'll find out and see. And looking at the remaining collection, I was looking at basically the remaining collection, it is like, it's like the people who make this show just raided Toei's warehouse and just repainted old morphers to different colors. And you're like, really? Yeah, they just repainted the morphers. Or they just dug these things out of storage because why not? And now, by the way, at this point in time, with episode 32 having 5 pieces they retrieve here, So here's how many are left shown in the very series. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 morphers. Yep, there are 23 morphers left to go for the main series, and they even reuse an old prop from Gokaiger for the very next series. So I'm very interested in seeing the rest of this stuff. Like, if Power Rangers ever adapt this one, they can easily explain that these were captured old devices used by Andre Lupin that he just repainted. And you would think, like, with all of these devices here, like, you think, wow, that is more toys to sell. Because with episode 32, we have, like I said, we have various objects that are used throughout the entire Sentai franchise. Some of whom basically just, well, were never seen. Well, they did have one where it only appeared. It did kind of appear in the show itself in the last episode, but I won't talk about that one. So we have a cube. And look at this cube here. It looks like a slight redesign from Zoologer, the one they used in the first episode. That was the very first episode of the show. Then we have one looks like a lighter. Was that used by some hero per se? Not really, no. Just really cool design here. Then we have this. I'm looking at the design of this thing here. Like, based on the symbol, I'm not sure where this gun came from. Which, let's see. Probably shouldn't talk about the gun just yet, but the one they have in, the one here with this little head here, when it's episode 3, this obviously kind of looks like Adric Del Evil just repainted his main thing, just redesigned a little bit here. I guess what kind of thing it looks like here. The ribbon one retrieved in episode 4 looked like something from Gogol Fee because they used ribbons as weapons for some reason. The one they used in episode 6, I'm looking at this thing. It looks like just some boot they just repainted. I'm not sure where the heck they got this from. The one seen in episode 7, it's okay. Close look at this thing. This is obviously from Magiranger. Yeah, it's the weapon used by Magishine. There's a set of binoculars, which it isn't shown in the show. Where the heck these things came from, what show it came from, I'm not sure. Then we have this little battery thing that pops up in episodes 9 and 10. And look at this thing. Is this a repainted thing from their series? I don't think so. I can't really think of anything for that one. The tire thing that they have appear in episode 11. I think this is from Go-Onger. I believe this. Yeah, this is the tire from Go-Onger. Obviously, 12 has the Chronomorpher from Time Ranger. Kaka Ranger, they have the scroll. In episode 14, they have basically a repainted Shuriken from Ninjanger. This one here with the whole... with episode 15. I'm not sure where this thing is from. This little, like, lasso. Could be any serious. And I just looking now at this little ball popped up in episode 16. I'm looking closely at this thing, and this ball is obviously a repainted Shurikenger. The one that Shurikenger Ninjanger used. 17. This is, from looks of it, it looks like a go-go stick, possibly. The one once used in episode 18. This looks like a repainted device from Mega Range with this thing. And wait, not Mega Range. It looks like the device similarly used in the Turbo Ranger movie. The fan. Yeah, I recognize the fan now. It's actually from Gekki Ranger. Yes, believe it or not, the fan they retrieved in episode 19, that's from Gekki Ranger. This bracelet. Not sure where that came from. That could have been anything where this bracelet's from. And I'm just looking at these devices so far. The one, let's see. The one looks like a camera with like a lion. One page of 20. I'm not sure where this one's from. Yeah, I kind of guess the whole Vulcan thing. The gun. Look at the gun itself. It could be any reused prop per se. They say that the one from 2023 is a repainted Denziman ring. Except this size of a bracelet. Yeah, it has somewhat Denziman, but it's obviously a bracelet. You think, okay, what about the device they retrieved in episode 24? Is this from some previous series? I'm looking at it, I'm like, it could have been anything, but I'm not really sure. And then we have the one retrieved, which this is obviously a bracelet. What this thing is for, I'm not sure. The one retrieved in episode 24. The mermaid statue. This could have been anything per se. It's probably some prop for a different show. Obviously, the one here in the weird combination that's obviously from Gengaman, another episode Gengaman device, Q Ranger, Hurricaneger, episode 27 is a Dragon Ranger. This one in particular, these little shooters thing. I still don't know where these are from. I have no idea. The camera that appears in 29. Yeah, that's from Go Busters. Yep. That was a camera to use in the show. The ice cream thing with the flowers. I'm not sure where the heck this thing is from. It just, I'm looking at this thing. It just, unless someone can figure out exactly where the Laveros came from, you have to look it up. He appeared in episode 30 of the show. But a lot of these other ones, yeah, I recognize them, obviously. The little device chicken when the golem, that's obviously from Patranger, with like a dinosaur. The badge pull out from Deca Ranger. The one with the big X, Gokaiger. We have the Shurikenger Morpher, the Goanja Morpher, Bokenger, Magi Ranger. This tire one, I'm looking at here, this thing here. This is not from Geki Ranger. This possibly could have been the tire from, I'm guessing maybe O Ranger, but I don't know. But a lot of these other ones, yeah, it like, I'm looking at what they look like here, and some of them obviously look like repainted devices from various shows. But I will find out and see as time goes on. Like, a couple of them, I don't know where they came from. One, I'm looking at this one here that appears in the episode. I'm not going to say where it's from just yet, but I thought it could have been from Magi Ranger, but I think it may have been Gokaiger. But I'll discuss this one later on. But it's going to be kind of interesting to discuss the remainder of the show. Yes, because, like I mentioned before in a previous video, this is not an anniversary season per se. It is not. It is not an anniversary season. If you're curious, how many years since it's been airing at this point in time? If you're really curious, the show came out in 2018, mind you. The show had been airing at this point for 43 years. It feels similar to what they did with Beast Morphers, where it's not an obvious anniversary season per se, but it feels like all of these devices they find for the Lupin collection are just repainted devices from other Sentai seasons. Excuse me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. Next to a Comic Corner, and then it's on to One Punch Man. Thanks, you. Bye.